Hello, dear viewers, listeners. Today we are Ad Masters going to present you the targeting models. So me, James Russell,
and Dauran.
okay.
And we're students from NISIB Astana, and this channel is part of our CAST project. Everything we share here is completely free, and our goal is simple: to help beginners understand how targeted advertising actually works. And in this course, we are focusing on Instagram advertising, not in a theoretical or motivational way, but in a practical way, and want to explain how businesses use paid ads to get real actions like profile visits, messages, or sales, not just likes or views. And the first lesson is an introduction. And before you touch any tools or try to launch ads, you need to firstly understand the logic behind it. And if you first understand how advertising works, you won't be guessing or copying from random settings. You'll know why you are doing each step. And that's exactly what we want to build in this course: understanding, not confusion.
Yeah. So now let's talk about the advertising, what really it is. So in simple terms, advertising is paying platform like an Instagram to place your message inside a user's feed or stories. You are not asking people to notice you, you are paying for that opportunity. At the same time, you're never alone. Thousands of other businesses are trying to reach the same users. That means every ad is competing for attention. Instagram constantly decides which ad deserves to be shown and which one doesn't. So the goal of advertising is not just to appear on the screen. The goal is to influence what a person does next. Maybe they click, follow, message, or buy something. If an ad doesn't change user behavior, it does not work. This is why advertising is about decisions and actions, not just visibility.
So in the next slide, here we explain what target advertising really means. It just means that your ads are shown not only to only specific people, not to everyone. And instead of wasting money or on random users, you focus on people who are more likely to be interested in what you offer. And in that way, Instagram allows advertisers to target users based on their interests, attitudes, and preferences. And for example, what content they interact with or what topics they care about. And this makes advertising much more appealing and effective than traditional ads. So the idea is simple. Your budget should work for you, not against you. By showing ads to the right audience, you increase your chance of being successful. And target advertising is not about reaching more people, it's about reaching the right people.
Now let's talk about how Instagram chooses who sees your ads. So many people think Instagram just shows ads randomly, but that's not actually true. Instagram uses an automated system where ads compete with each other every time an ad is about to be shown. The platforms tries to predict how likely a user is to interact with each ad. It looks at relevance, interest, and expected engagement. Ads that are more relevant to the users usually get shown more often. What's important is that higher relevance can actually lower your advertising cost. This means that better ads don't always need bigger budget. When you understand this system, you start focusing only on money and start focusing on quality. Good ads work with algorithms, not against them.
So in the next slide, let's talk about why businesses need paid ads. So today, business just don't rely on organic contents, and Instagram doesn't allow to show every post to every follower. And even if someone follows a page, they might never see its content. And without paid ads, growth becomes slow and unpredictable. And businesses don't control who sees their content or when. So paid advertising changes this. Ads allows businesses to control reach, speed, and direction. And with paid ads, businesses can test ideas, track results, and scale what works. And instead of hoping content performing well, they build a system that brings consistent traffic and results. And that's why paid advertising is not optimal anymore. It's a key tool for growth.
So now let's talk about why Instagram ads are effective. So first of all, Instagram ads work well mainly because of how people use the platform. Users spend a lot of time on Instagram every day. They scroll, watch stories, and interact with content almost automatically. This creates a perfect environment for advertising because ads appears naturally inside content people are already consuming. So another reason is that Instagram is a visual first platform. Images, ads, shorts, videos grab attention much faster than long text. So this makes it easier for businesses to show products, emotions, and ideas in just a few seconds. finally, Instagram has a very strong targeting and optimization systems. The platform collects detailed data about user behavior and uses it to improve ad delivery. This allows ads to be shown to people who are more likely to be interested. When all these factors work together, attention, visuals, and data, Instagram becomes a very powerful advertising tool.
So let's talk about what results in ads depend on. So many people think that it mostly depends on budget, but that's not actually true. And the first and most important factor is setting the right advertising objective. And the objective is not set in the correct way. Even if it would be a good ad, it won't work properly. And the second factor is creative quality. It includes both visuals and messages, and the message should be clear, and users decide in seconds whether they care or not. And if the ad doesn't catch attention initially or communicate value clearly, then people just scroll past it. And audience relevance also matters. Even the best ad won't perform well if it's shown to the wrong people. And finally, results depend on testing. So advertising is not about guessing. You test different creatives, always experiment and try something new to find out what will work best over time.
Yes. So what targeted advertising is not? So it is important to understand what is not. First, it does not guarantee instant profit. So ads are a tool, not a magic solution. So they need testing and adjustment before they perform well. And the second, advertising cannot fix a weak product or a bad offer. If the product has no real value, ads will only make people notice it faster. Advertising amplifies what already exists. So, and finally, targeted advertising is not a one-time setup. You don't launch ads once and forget about them. Campaigns need monitoring, optimization, regular changes. Understanding this helps set realistic expectations and avoids frustration.
So let's talk about who a target advertising specialist actually is. So it is a person who just not someone who clicks buttons on Ads Manager, and their main role is to manage paid traffic systems and make sure that budget is used efficiently. And so they constantly analyze performance data and just to understand what's working and what's not. And based on this data, they make decisions and create different creatives. And most importantly, a specialist is not an optimizer, it's an optimizer. So launching ads is only the beginning, and real work starts after the launch when campaigns are adjusted, improved, or stopped based on results.
Yes. And now, what are the core responsibilities of a specialist? So the first responsibility of specialists is to translate business goals into the correct advertising objects. So if a business wants leads, sales, or awareness, the campaign must be structured accordingly. The second responsibility is structuring campaign and ad sets. So this includes choosing audiences, budgets, and placement in a logical way. Good structures makes optimization possible. And the third responsibility is testing and optimization. So specialists test different creatives and audiences, then analyze performance and reduce costs. So the goal is not just to run ads, but to continuously improve result using data.
So what's not the specialist's responsibility? It's very important to understand that target advertising specialist is not responsible for, and it helps to avoid unrealistic expectations, especially when working with clients or businesses. So first, a specialist does not guarantee success, and he does not create the product and does not decide its pricing. Advertising can bring people to an offer, but it cannot change whether the product itself is good or valuable. And if a product is overpriced or poorly designed, then it's not included in the specialist's responsibility. And secondly, specialist does not handle customer support or sales communication. It's mainly the responsibility of the client, and responding to messages, closing deals, and taking to customers is not in the responsibility of a specialist. And finally, a specialist cannot guarantee fixed results. There might be some times when ads won't work, and it's totally fine. And advertising works with probabilities, testing, and data. And results depend on many factors, including the product, market, and user behavior. And a professional focuses on finding the best solution, but not promises. So,
and let's talk about the advertising process. So every campaign starts with a clear business goal. This could be getting more messages, leads, website visits, or sales. Without a clear goal, advertising becomes random. The next step is campaign and audience setup. This includes choosing the right objective, defining who should see the ads, and setting a budget. This stage determines how structured and testable the campaign will be. After that comes the ad launch and monitoring phase. So once ads are live, the specialist watches how they perform. Based on the data, ads are optimized, and some campaigns are scaled if they work well, and the other are stopped if they don't. Advertising is a continuous process, not a single action.
So in the next slides, we outline technical skills needed to be a good advertising specialist. So to work with target advertising, specialist definitely needs solid technical skills. So first, they must understand how ads manager is structured, and this includes knowing the difference between campaigns, ad sets, and ads, and how they interact between each other. And secondly, budget and schedule management is essential. Specialists need to know how much money is spent, where it is spent, and over what period of time. And poor budget control often leads to wasted money. And finally, a specialist must understand key performance metrics, and these metrics show whether ads are successful or not. And without understanding those metrics, it's impossible to make informed decisions. So technical skills form the base that everything else depends on.
So beyond technical skills, a specialist also needs strategic thinking. One key skill is the ability to analyze results and understand what they actually mean. So data is useless if you don't know how to interpret it. So another important skill is understanding user behavior. This includes understanding what attracts attention and what creates trust and what motivates people to take action. Advertising is always about people, not just numbers. Finally, specialists need a testing mindset. Instead of guessing, they test ideas, compare results, and make a decision based on evidence. So many decisions in advertising are made under uncertainty. So the ability to think logically and adapt is critical in this area.
So let's talk about what's next in this course. And in the next lesson of this course, we'll move from theory to practice. We'll start with account and tool setup so that you understand how everything is structured before launching ads. And then we'll start explaining how to choose the right audience and advertising objective based on real business goals. And this is one of the most important parts of running successful ads. So finally, we'll show how to launch your first Instagram ad and how to analyze its performance. And by the end of this course, you won't just understand advertising, you'll know how to actually use it in practice and get the benefit from it. So that's the end for this lesson.
Thank you.
See you in the upcoming videos.